Okay, so for this one, we're going to do write a program that creates a Fibonacci sequence for us. So we're going to open up idle, I-D-L-E, L-E, open it up, Python. We're going to do File, New File. We're going to save it, Command S to save. I'm just going to call it Fibonacci. Okay. I'm just going to save it to the desktop. Okay. So I'm just going to give it a title. PY, so the hashtag makes it a comment. So we're gonna ask the user for a number. So we're going to do num. We're going to store the number equals. We're going to ask for an integer. So we're going to create int input. And then we're going to ask the question which ch Fibonacci number do you want? Make sure you have two brackets there at the end. And then we're going to create our function. DEF starts it. Fibonacci it's called. And so we're going to pass in a variable called n to it. Put a colon at the end. Okay. And then we're going to put in. So we're going to keep track of the last two Fibonacci numbers. The way it works is the last two numbers get added together, so therefore then that creates the next number, and then you need to keep track of the next two last numbers. Okay, so it'll become more clear as we do this. So keep track of the last two numbers, Fibonacci numbers. Okay. So penultimate is the one before the last. The one before the last number, penultimate. Okay. Equals 1 to begin with. And then the last number equals 1. And we're going to set a counter so we can count which Fibonacci number we're on. The counter is going to be equal to 1 to begin with. And now we're going to do a loop. So while counter is less than or equal to n, which will be passed to it here. Okay. Colon. If counter equals 1. So the first time you do Fibonacci, the first number is always 1. The second number is also always 1. Okay, because 1 and 0 is still 1. Okay. So you just do print 1. Okay. Go back and do if equals 1 or equals 2 this time. So it's the second time. Again, we just print 1. Okay. So that means the first two numbers that we always print will always be 1, 1. So then after that, afterwards, if the counter is in 3, we do a new variable, new number, equals the penultimate, this one, plus the last number. Okay, so the first time this runs, it will print 1, and then the third time it'll go 1 plus 1 will equal 2. So once we've done that, we print new number. Okay. And then we make the penultimate number equal to the last number, and the last number equal to the new number. So that means we move along the sequence. So penultimate equals last, and last equals new number. Okay, so when it runs, the first time it runs will have 1, and 1 will be 2, so that means 2 will go in here. The penultimate will be equal to the last, which was 1, so 1 will go into the penultimate, and the last number will be 2, and so therefore the next two numbers will be 1 and 2, and then it'll become 3, and so on and so on. Okay, move back then, and we're going to increase the counter. By 1. Counter equals counter plus 1. Okay, so that's our loop completed. We just need to call the function now. So call function. So Fibonacci and then NUM. Okay, so that's our whole sequence. So this will give us whatever number we pass in here, we can get any Fibonacci sequence we want. So we can save that, Command S to save, click on run module. So I can do, for example, 20, and it'll give us the 20th Fibonacci number. Okay, try that and see.